¿Qué son esos fotogramas? ¿Qué tal, hombre? Señores y señores, vamos a terminar este juego, a ver si podemos. ¿Qué tomas? Dios mío, cómo muestra eso. Dentro la llama. Rosa. No, no, que no se empelete, por favor. Dios bendito, santísimo, por favor, me voy de aquí. Ayuda, ayuda, por favor, déjeme salir de aquí, señor. No, 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 no. Dios me libere de pensamientos horribles. No, no, no. Vamos de aquí, vamos de aquí. Ah, no, ya no, verdad que vamos a llegar a Fonberg, ¿no? ¿Qué coño estaba haciendo Rosa? Momento. What the fuck? ¿Se acaba de ir a dormir? No puedo pedir a Frenzel que me enseñe. Frenzel?
I'd like to learn.
What are you in?
Uy, no.
Blunt weapons are my favourite. Show me a few tricks.
I'll tell you some interesting things.
Dios mío. Pensé que se me había quitado la gripe. Mentira, ya. Sí, no estoy con gripa. Todo bien, todo bien. Ya no más tos, ya no más gargajos que estén tan medieval, literal. Anyways.
Here, Matt.
Good day.
Good to see you.
A ver, vamos a enjuiciar a von Berghoff. Oiga, este hijo de puta cerrándome la cara en la jeta. Jishka.
Is von Bergov's interrogation starting soon?
You came at the right time.
Hay que aceptar que me está quedando un poco.
You can join in.
Lo más que pase por este pedacito. Le presté bien atención a la de von Berghoff porque está un poquito estallado.
Despite the circumstances that brought you here.
It is an honor, Peter. Compared to what I had to endure from Zizka and Gunstad, your good manners are a welcome change.
I'll do my best to make your involuntary step.
Aren't you being a bit...
Just what I was. Fuck that bullet. It'd be quicker if I just beat.
Hold your horses. He's a noble and Sigismund's right hand. If we torture him, he'll be no use to us as a hostage, and Sigismund will be out to avenge him.
That's true. Even though I'd be only too happy to settle scores with him. I gave him my word.
Why the fuck should I care about that? When it comes down to it, the word of a nobleman is an oath before God. Even the devil must respect that. Fuck this shit. The longer I listen to this bastards, the more my fists itch.
Instead of these pathetic threats, why do you not make me an offer? You do know that I am...
Shut your trap, Otto. Right now you're nothing. You lost most of your men at Rabos, and the rest croaked to Omijik Malashov. So what do you have left? A nice coat and a smug face.
Do you really think Sigismund made me his chamberlain because of my soldiers? Or to have someone to take care of the running of conquered fortresses?
Shut up, damn it! We're asking the questions.
Really? Then why have I not heard a single one yet? And what a shame that is. I am a pragmatic man, and I'm sure we can work something out. But lay a hand on me, and you will not hear a single word.
He's right. Apart from von Aulitz, he's Sigismund's closest man. He knows everything about him and his plans. We should try it the peaceful way first.
You're buying that? He talks just like Jobst. When he gets here, they can yak till doomsday for all I care. But now we just don't have the time.
Jobst wants to come back here. After he got away from us by the skin of his teeth?
Well, he has to show Sigismund our army up close.
So it's true. I couldn't believe the Margrave had finally made a move. I thought he would never march into battle.
See? Fortune is turning her back on you people. A pragmatic man like you ought to recognize an opportunity. If you help us, the Margrave will remember you for it. And will also let bygones be bygones.
You're getting ahead of yourself a bit, boy. The crown is still firmly on Sigismund's head, and Jobst won't find it easy to wrest it of him. Although, I expect you people have no idea of the situation Sigismund is in right now.
Oh. What situation is he in, then?
In the shit, Lord Trotznov. In the shit. So, a sensible person should seize every opportunity that presents itself. And I am eminently sensible. Lord Capon,
Yes?
when you came to Trotsky, you were carrying a message with an offer of an alliance from Lords Hanush and Radzik, were you not?
Exactly.
I think it is time I gave you my answer.
A wise decision, sir.
But suspicious. Why the sudden change of heart?
You think I'm some villain, don't you? But I've only ever wanted what is best, believe me. What is best for this country, for my loyal supporters, and, naturally, for myself. And I'm not ashamed of that. And it appears that Sigismund is no longer what is best. He's in trouble, both here and in Hungary. The army is not getting paid, morale is poor, and the Kuttenberg miners are rebelling. So the crown is running out of silver.
I see. The butcher's on his way, so you want to flee the pigsty, eh?
Naturally. And together we can even set fire to this pigsty, as you put it. If you want my advice.
I'm all ears, sir.
The last straw Sigismund is grasping is the royal treasury at the Italian court. If he were to lose his silver, he wouldn't be able to pay his soldiers and would have to withdraw to Hungary.
We're supposed to rob the Italian court.
The most secure place in the town?
Of course. And while you're there, you can also free the lords captured at Raborj.
My father.
Lord Pisek, as the former mint master, you must surely know of some way to sneak in.
There is no way. The court's an impregnable fortress.
Really? What about tunneling in? There are hundreds of tunnels beneath the city, and if I'm not mistaken, one of them runs beneath the court.
That's total madness. There might be some passageway leading there. No one knows those old tunnels now. Besides, they might collapse at any time. One could easily come to a bad end there. But that can also happen when you try to mount a horse drunk. What's with this tunnel? There's a whole labyrinth of tunnels under the city. You'd have to dig from inside the treasury to find the one you want. And where they all lead to, God alone knows.
God and me.
Oh, pardon me, milady, but how would you know?
Not all young noble women devote their days to embroidery, Sir Peter. I look after Father's documents, and I know all about the plans of the passageways beneath our palace. St. James's Church owes its existence in part to the generous donations of the Routards. So in the past we had a secret underground entrance built into its crypts, and St. James's is right next to the Italian court.
A handy escape route from the palace, eh? If you don't mind crawling through a tunnel, that is.
In short, you can theoretically walk directly from Routard Palace to the Italian court.
Sure. That is, after breaking through the walls that separate the crypt from the tunnel, and the tunnel from the cellars.
That sounds almost too easy.
You took the words out of my mouth. With a bit of luck, we'll get to the cellars of the court. What then?
What do you think? The guards will come down on you and it'll all be over.
So we need someone who can help us on the inside. Someone who'll distract the guards and lead us to the silver.
No sé si en Vavak podemos confiar. Me parece.
What about Ulrich Vavak? If we threaten him a little, he might help us.
Most importantly, he's got the Mintmaster's key. You'll need it to get to the silver. But I wouldn't advise you to rely on the help of that sycophant of Sigismund's.
Nor would I. Couldn't your brother help us instead, Lord Pisik?
Christian? He can be hard to deal with sometimes. He'd be taking a big risk, and besides, he doesn't have the Mintmaster's key to the treasury. I'm afraid Vavak's your only hope.
There is one other possibility.
Oh? What's that, Sir Otto?
Perhaps you have heard about the expected arrival here of a rare visitor from very far away.
No, Musa.
Who? Do you mean...
¿O quién?
Surely not.
The very one.
What the fuck are you talking about? Speak clearly. Well then, a papal legate is on his way to the town directly from Rome. He's coming to adjudicate the dispute about the new church.
What's that got to do with us?
Where would he be received except at the Italian court, along with his entourage? No one knows them. No one has ever seen them. And very few understand their language. They might as well be volunteering for you to take their place.
Well, bugger me. This is starting to sound fucking good.
What? What do you mean, take their place? Are we supposed to kill them, or what?
Why not? I
Oh,
had a
for
feeling
fuck's
you
sake.
were not concerned about a few corpses. At Malashov, you slaughtered the whole village. What is one legate compared to that?
Jesus. Get a grip, fellas. Do you want to burn in hell? Calm down. We'll just lock the Pope's lackey up for a bit, and once we've got the silver, we'll let him go again. No one gets hurt.
Bueno.
St. Joseph, cover thy ears.
Pues eso me tendrá
Where will we find that legate?
He's staying in Loretz, at the vineyard. He's got the use of the whole place for himself and his escort. I don't know how many there are.
Good. We'll send Catherine there to have a look.
And then we'll burst in there and cause a bit of a fuss, so he doesn't get any stupid ideas. And that'll be that.
Is there no other way to solve it? Without violence?
Gentlemen, the legate is a man of the cloth, like me. I know Latin, and even a bit of Italian too, as it happens. I could explain to him what we need. Maybe we can persuade him to go along with it. He'll tell us to kiss his arse, more likely.
Sir Hinek, never underestimate the power of sweet words.
Exactamente, hacémoslos, no los matamos,
Especially
les
when the
hablamos.
listener has a knife at his throat.
Ya, no hay
It's
necesidad
true,
de-
none of us would be very convincing as an
No
Italian
hay para qué,
cardinal.
hijo de puta, los
It'd
vamos a
be
matar,
better if he
marica.
made him take us with him as his retinue.
Además metieron en problemas con el Papa. Oh, no, marica, nos mandan el resto del Sacro Imperio Romano encima. Y made him take us with him as a retinue. Sí.
But what do we do with the legate's real retinue?
Lock them up at the Devil's Den. One of our men can guard them there.
A couple more peculiar fellas blabbering nonsense won't look out of place there in the slightest.
Couple more peculiar fellas blaring nonsense will look at a place during this life.
Alright, let's say we get inside with the legate. What then? What if he betrays us?
That's why we mustn't let him out of our sight. Godwin will take care of that.
Me?
You said you spoke Italian, didn't you? If he starts squealing, you'll hold a dagger to his ribs and ask him politely to play nice.
May God look the other way.
Meanwhile, the rest of us will have to deal with the guards inside, prepare the ground for digging, and open the treasury.
That's damned risky.
No one will be expecting us. As long as we don't make a ruckus too soon, it'll all be over. And the whole place will be ours before they even notice.
Alright.
No más
Can't think of anything better anyway.
Agreed then. We'll try gentle persuasion to begin with. And now, to the task. Henry, you go to the town and squeeze anything that could help us out of Vavak.
Most importantly, get that key from him.
Then wait for us at Rotard Palace, where we'll set up our base. We'll get there first thing in the morning.
And how are you going to get inside? The palace will be closed and maybe guarded. I don't expect you want to march through the main entrance, where everyone can see you, and break the gate down while you're at it.
That's true, milady. What do you suggest?
There's not only a passageway to the church, but also down to the river. I know it like the back of my hand. I could show Henry the way if you like.
No offense, my lady, but you'll be safer here.
Tengo miedo.
Zizka's right. You're safe here.
Do you want to get into the court? Then you need Roothard Palace. You want Roothard Palace? Then I'm coming along.
All right, and no dawdling. You should be on the road tomorrow at the latest. Time is of the essence.
That's that then. Let's get to work.
Escort Lady Rosa to Roothard Palace. Jesus fucking Christ, me va a embadurnar en perfume. ¿Cuál es el otro perfume que no tiene el minta? This creature carries memory 3 for 30 minutes, okay.
Excuse me?
Sir Peter. Chashishka.
What will happen to von Bergov now?
What do you think? He'll stay here. Pisek will watch him and keep him company. Well, he may not be as pretty as Rutard's daughter, but he could get some more useful information out of him.
What will you do when me and Lady Rosa go to town?
Que me está
We
rayando
need to fix ourselves up. We've got some wounded to take care of. We also need to work out some details of our plan.
Such as?
That Rotard passageway will help us. But it's only the first step. We need to know how the court runs, and then what we'll load the silver onto, and where we'll take it. And, just in case, we need to know escape routes from the town.
Obtained by morning, we have to leave at night. It's a long journey.
We'll leave in the evening. We'll get closer to the town under the cover of night. We'll split into smaller groups and spread out around the town walls. We'll wait there until morning and then trickle in from all directions.
Este huevón es...
Each man alone.
In pairs at most.
Exacto.
Watch each other's backs. I'd love to hear the latest gossip. It travels fast in the town.
I'd rather we didn't attract too much attention.
Damn. And I was looking forward to getting a nice cold one at the Emperor's chance.
Forget about it.
All right then. I'll get one from Pisek's cellar before we go.
Do you also find it strange how quickly von Berghoff turned his coat and started helping us?
Indeed I do, but there are several likely explanations. The king's position in the country is even more precarious than we thought, and his allies are leaving him in ever greater numbers.
But what would von Berghoff stand to gain if Sigismund returned to Hungary?
That I do not know, and I fear the day we find out, because if I know one thing about Otto, it's that he never acts recklessly.
Do you really believe our plan can succeed?
You'll need a big dose of luck, but I think it might just work. Normally, careful preparations would be underway by now, arranging for the silver to be split up and moved to several locations, various safety measures, evaluation of all, but we don't have time.
Lady Rosa seemed right at home during von Berghoff's interrogation.
That she did. She really is her father's daughter. She has her late mother's beauty. God grant her eternal peace. But she really got her personality from Kunzlin. Had she been born a boy, Rutard would have had an air other men could only dream of.
At last I you todo petty.
I hope it's not too comfortable for you here. Just say the word and I'll arrange it so you can sleep down in the cellars.
No need to worry, lad. Being under one roof with Zizka and Kunstadt is torment enough.
You pretend to be the Lord of Lords, but had no qualms about taking a defenseless woman prisoner. You should be ashamed.
I would feel more ashamed if I hadn't taken her hostage.
If I learned you laid one finger on her.
Calm down, Sir Knight. I took her to Malashov to make sure nobody would hurt her. There were many in Kuttenberg looking for a way to blackmail or at least humiliate Rudolf. And a pretty young daughter like that is the perfect means to that end. Do you not think?
I hope she's been treated well. As you say, she is Ruthard's daughter and heiress.
Don't worry. I personally made sure she never wanted for anything.
First you have Ruthard imprisoned, and now you're helping his daughter. Why?
Can you imagine? I don't like unnecessary
I don't believe you, asshole.
especially violence against the...
Y estoy 100% seguro que eso es una mentira, pe. En cambio te he visto instancias de eso haciendo lo contrario.
sex. Moreover, that Rudhard girl is a remarkable young lady. Despite her apparent aloofness, I must say I was quite charmed by her. And so were you, judging by how much you ask about her.
That's none of your business.
So be it. But I advise you to hold onto her tooth and nail. She is smarter than all of you put together.
Tengo que hacer para allá una cuarta playthrough en la que Henry sea re contra Perry diciendo absolutamente todo lo que tiene en la cabeza sin nada de filtro. Ahora me importa con mi reputación. Sautita. Henry Autistics. Henry of Asocialites. Hueputa, ¿cómo así?
There's nothing we can do to help him anymore?
I tried a chamomile decoction, but he's in too much pain.
I'll go and see him. We'll pray together. And if you want, I'll stay with him. Until the end.
Praying won't help him. Better to give him some potion that will put him to sleep. A sleep he may never wake up from.
Do you really regard that as humane? Killing him instead of letting him die in peace when his time comes.
He's not really dying in peace though. Exactly. Fue puta, decime que puedo ayudar, Catherine, maldita sea. No. No me interesa nada de eso por parte de Catherine en este momento. Tiene que haber alguna hijo de puta manera de salvar a Berta, como maldita sea que le hicieron. Y luego me cayó re bien con su cuento que le encanta cocinar y que por fin consiguió un amigo con Janosch por tener con quien hablar de Congo. Sí, con de puta vida. No puede ser, hijo de puta vida. ¿Cómo es posible? Qué puta mierda, marica. Qué horroroso. Voy a poner el code más fancy que tenga de todos. Seguramente el fitted. Carisma 30. Carisma 30. Beautiful. Y engalamos las ropas. Aquí estamos acá.
You don't often see a man.
God be with you.
You don't have to see him on what? A man smelling well? Or something.
My body.
What'll it be?
I'd like you to give me a good scrub and take care of my clothes, please.
Excellent. Pay up?
Let's talk about...
Certainly. Excellent. You won't regret it, sir.
Demasiado barato. Hay que ayudarlo.
There we are. You're all done. And stop by again any time. Remember, cleanliness is next to godliness.
Qué buen dicho. Aquí está Janos. Venga, hablemos de este con Berta. ¿Si alcanzó a conocerse con Berta este man?
How does von Berghoff seem to you? He's not nearly as threatening now.
W dupie mam Bergowa. Ale ta dzierlatka, którą ukrywał w wieży, jest warta.
You fucking piece of shit.
Piękna, młoda. Wzór cnót niewieścich. Gdy jednak zaciągniesz się do wyrka, to będziesz rad, że dożyjesz rana. To widać od razu.
She Rudhard's daughter, you pig. No hostage. She on our side.
Tym lepiej. Myśmy ją przecież oswobodzili.
Me está estresando, a ver.
Jeśli jest dobrze wychowana, to miałaby się.
Is he talking about...
He...
Creo que dejar de tener conversaciones. Dios mío, intenta esta rosa para protegerla de todos estos cerdos. Va de retro, la rosa. Yo cambié, hijo de puta. ¡Ah! ¿Qué razón?
Oh, what a stench. You ought to be ashamed.
Como que what a stench? Stench? Me acaba de bañar y stench? What are you talking about, buddy? Estoy perfectamente. ¿De qué habla este piro? Y supongo que al bañarme, sí, al bañarme se me quitó el perfume. Puta madre.
It looks like the two of us will be going to Kuttenberg alone.
Lucky me.
you looking forward to going home?
You're observant. When they captured Pa, von Burgov's people stormed into Rutard Palace.
He didn't come to capture you personally?
No. And that really suited his people. They grabbed whatever they could get their hands on. After what you did to Malashov, we may have lost everything we had.
How do we even get inside Rutard Palace?
At midnight, you climb onto the battlements, turn on your heel 3 times, say the magic formula, and it'll open up.
What?
I've told you, haven't I? Via the secret passage. I know where the entrance is, so all you have to do is come with me.
Are you ready to go?
There's no point in dallying.
All right.
Ok.
Let's go.
Marica, claro, se me olvidaba que Malashov, además de todo, es... o era el castillo de ellos. Pues no quedó totalmente destruido igual.
Well, here we are. I'm not keen on going into
Animaciones, please.
that darkness.
Are you afraid?
Of the dark? Me? I'm not a little girl. But God knows what we'll find inside. Especially at the far end.
Well, we'll just have to find out. You said you'd lead the way.
Stick close to me. Let's go.
Un momento, ¿en dónde estoy? Ok,
I can't leave here just like that.
yo sé cuando...
Usually there's only a small trickle running through here. The water must have risen.
So be careful not to fall into the water. Those servants might think there's a water sprite crawling out of their cellar.
Most of them have known me since I was a little girl, and they're not easily frightened. Do you have any idea how many times they had to wash, dress, and groom me to make me presentable to my father? I mean, when I was little, of course. Oof, startled me. Anyway, what's Lord Capon's problem with underground passageways? When I mentioned it at Supdol, he looked like he was about to faint.
Well, when we were defending the Barkov, he got buried under the rubble from a demolished tower.
Oh my god!
He was lucky to survive it. I still remember it calling for help. We were scared to death. There was nothing we could do. That's when he was captured by von Burgov. Since then, he's not comfortable with tight spaces.
Sorry, I was a silly goose to bring it up.
Dios mío, que se combine la ropa con el color de cabello me enloquece. Bueno. ¿Todo bien?
Everything all right?
No. Don't you see how deep it is ahead of us?
I hope you don't expect me to carry you.
I most certainly do. Unless you want to prove to me that you really are an uncouth village oaf after all.
Well, what's to be done? I'll carry you over.
Don't worry, though. I'm not some fragile petal. Hurry. I've got plenty of time.
Grab body.
Is that how you carry a lady, you oaf?
Well, don't complain. No one ever taught me how to do it.
And And it shows. Oof. Be careful.
It's just a short way. Hang on.
Es que igual mujer si te carga de la buena manera te quiere nadie con la puta antorcha, aunque supongo que le podríamos dar a ella la antorcha.
Oof. Well, you could have been gentler, but I suppose I should be glad you got me here in one piece.
Oh, Sakura. I hear voices. Looks like we've got company. And not welcome company, I reckon.
Momento mujer. Momento mujer, no vayas delante.
Look at all this mess. I can hardly recognize this place.
This doesn't look like the work of Avak's people. More like city rabble and beggars.
They're acting like they own the place. If Pa were to see this, we must get rid of them.
So you want me to get rid of them? But what will you do? I'm responsible for keeping you safe.
Don't you worry. You don't have to hold my hand in my own home. Do you see this ivy here? It goes all the way up to the window of my chamber. That's where I keep my crossbow. I bet that riffraff didn't find it. If I climb up there, I can cover you from above.
What do you mean if I climb
Just
up
in
there?
case.
No. No la cuestión.
If you say so. But if anything happens, hide. Got it?
All right. Now turn around so you can't see up my skirt.
Right then. Here we go. I hope Rosa can aim well.
Everybody knows you always win at this game.
Lo peor es que si llego hasta... What the fuck? Ridículo, marica.
Who let you in here, fucker?
You're not supposed to be here, scum. But, since I'm in a good mood, I'll let you live if you get out right now.
Did you hear that? He'll let us live. Let's see what you're made of, hero.
You'll be sorry you stuck your nose in here.
You're a dead man.
Sakura! Rosa! Could you... Rosa!
I've been waiting for you. What do you want?
Ten en cuenta que me están atacando con armamento.
Didn't see that coming, eh? You're no match for me. Cut the bullshit and fight. You won't touch
I'm all you... Oh!
You can't take me.
We'll see about that. Useless.
Over here.
Are you alright?
I am. For now. Are you all right, Henry? I think I hit one too.
You're a good shot. Capon and Kabianka wouldn't believe their eyes.
Thanks.
Is something wrong?
Someone's trying to break through.
Damn it.
Be careful.
Load your crossbow, and if they get inside before I get there, shoot them.
I barricaded the door. I'm sure I can hold out for a while.
Cago en Dios. Come the fuck on, come the fuck on, come the fuck on, come the fuck on. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Come on. Que demora, 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 que puta demora, que puta demora, que puta demora. Me estresa que pasen cosas con Rosy y no poder hacer algo rápido.
Oh! I've been waiting for you. Little pigs, let me come in.
Rosa, it's me.
Henry, are you all right?
I'm in one piece.
Are they gone? All of them?
Aye. It's over.
All right. I'll let you in. You can come in now.
¿Por qué no puedo revisar esta puta puerta, marica? Are you okay?
So, here we are. Welcome home.
It doesn't feel much like home anymore. They were behaving like animals in here.
Don't worry about the mess. Our boys will happily clean up once they get here. We owe you that.
That's nice. But no one can get back my mother's silver, my brother's hunting trophies, and my books. Some of them are maybe worth more than this entire place.
Right. We've got a lot of work to do. But we'll get there. You'll see. We have to. There's a lot at stake.
That's true. You know, Henry, I want to ask you something. And I want an honest answer, all right? If everything were to go wrong at the Italian court and, God forbid, you had to choose, would you still try to rescue my father, even if it meant putting stealing the silver in jeopardy?
The lives of allies are obviously the most valuable asset to us. Without their support, the silver would be useless anyway.
Not to mention it wouldn't last you very long anyway.
Don't worry. We'll either leave the Italian court with the lords, or...
Or not at all.
Or not at all, exactly.
Are you mad at me because of what happened at Malashov?
Am I mad? Not exactly. I just thought you were different. That you wouldn't stoop to the level of those, well, Ziska and the devil.
I'm sorry I let you down.
That's a good start.
An apology is hardly enough for you to forgive me, I know. But I'd like to prove to you that I'm not like that. And I never will be.
Thank you for your candor. If you get the king's silver, my father and I will have to hide. Leave the region, go somewhere out of Sigismund's men's reach, and you and I will have to part ways.
I won't let you go away. Even if I have to fight with your father, Zizka, and the devil.
Is that so?
I'll even tell Sigismund. Run back to Hungary. This girl is staying here.
That all sounds very nice, but there's nothing left here anyway. We've lost everything.
Va a ser una follada de qué tal, no puede ser. Estoy todo ensangrentado. El libro. Al menos está el libro.
You'll be all right.
No puedo ver. No puedo ver, pero bien por Henry.
My father would clap you in irons for that.
And for this?
Anyways. Cuando volvemos a la guerra. Oh shit.
It seems you know how a lady should be carried.
Where to, ma'am? I don't see any rivers, ditches, or puddles to cross.
Dami castitatem e continentiam.
Uy, no, paila. Me mataste.
Forward, Sir Knight.
Sí, fue full folla. Ajá. Este fue porque es así, what the fuck. Twitch, no, espere, no, YouTube, no, ya. Bien, igual se alcanzó a ver todo. En fin. Re loco, hablan latín en sus sueños, increíble. Muy inteligente la piroja. Si tan solo fueran reales.
Oh, Christ. Oh, is it morning already? Ziska and the others will most likely be here by now. I should go and have a look.
Hora de volverse a poner toda la puta armadura. No, coño. Ya estoy con este hilo. ¿Segura que puedo dar aquí a Rosa? ¿Sola? No. Uy, como si que... Uy, no, se está un poquito serio para inmediatamente en la mañana después de despertarse. Es como... Chao, Rosa. Nos volvemos a ver. Ojalá dentro de una hora o dos solamente. Más y me desmayo. Dios mío. Shishka está allá abajo. Listo, mal, perdimos todo y no le han ni quemado la casa, ni perdió el castillo por completo, sino que la torre toda está standing y solamente es cerrar la puerta y volver a reconstruir la main gate y ya. Urso von Morgenstern. Yo nunca puedo hablar con este man.
Greetings, Chevalier. If you are getting ready for a fight, count me in, cher ami.
I always count on you, my friend.
Entonces aquí tengo que ir a sacarme la puta sangre encima de este equipo. Panes de shishka. Yeah.
Here you go. Take it.
Aquí vamos a hablar con... Samuel. Quiero la animación. Ah, un poquito sad la animación.
Ah, the scent of a new day.
Good morning to you.
No. Me pongo la ropa noble entonces. Que lo tenía con un burger hat, excepto ahora sí me ahorré Sir Knight. Ser caballero, cálmese, ser caballero.
So you're already here. How was the journey? Did you run into any trouble?
No, it actually went quite well.
Shut up
though. Credit where credit's due. He really helped in Malishov. That hit to the gate came at just the right time. We'd have dropped like flies if not for his men. But sometimes I feel like letting something blow up next to my head too. Just so as not to have to listen to him for a while. I'd be more interested in hearing what happened here yesterday. When we got here, it was like a pigsty.
Some local beggars set up a lair in here. We have to get rid of them somehow.
What about Rosa? Doesn't she regret coming too?
I'm lucky she was here with me. That shot fella in the courtyard, her handiwork.
Really? Nice shot. Anyway, I told the men to get rid of the bodies and clean up the place a little. Hope the lady won't mind.
Quite the contrary, I think.
How did it go with Vavak, anyway?
Well, after everything that happened, I didn't want to leave Rosa here by herself. I'll have to go and see him now.
I understand. But go and see him as soon as possible. We won't get anywhere without his Mint Master's key.
May God give you health.
Raise our Valax, man. I smell trouble. Stay. Not a soul around. Very odd.
What the? Henry? How the hell did you get in here?
I have my ways.
All right then. Keep your secrets.
What are you doing here?
I could be asking you the same thing. But I've got a different question. How much did they pay you to tell them about the mint?
Vivek was stealing from the town.
And I could happily continue if you weren't such an honest idiot. Instead of which, I was almost caught and hanged. Fanush, Milosh, come here. Defend yourself. Or don't. At least it'll be easier. Here.
I'll beat you to a bloody pulp, fuck!
When's the last time I ate something?
estoy muteado y no me da cuenta. Y yo medio restremeando así seguramente.
Pero Dios mío, ¿por qué es tan aficionado a
Papu, porque
mutearse?
tengo gripa y no me gusta toserle al hijo de puta micrófono, y no me gusta fumar en el micrófono, y no me gusta estornudar en el micrófono, y no me gusta gargajear en el micrófono, y no me gusta hacer muchos ruidos en el micrófono. Y menos cuando estoy
No
streamando.
le, no le gusta hablar en el micrófono.
De hecho, sí, a veces no me gusta hablar por el puto micrófono. Muchas veces. Dios mío. To hands of circulation of physics. If you're reading these lines, I know they're long out of town. If I know you're sick of to hands of circulation of
No,
physics.
aunque no, mentiras. Iba a decir que supuestamente Nvidia no tenía como un filtro para esas cosas.
Luego.
También saca un filtro con ella.
Espérame, déjame leer esto.
Para reuniones y buenas.
The Midmaster. ¿Lo nombraron Midmaster? If you're reading these lines, no they're long out of town. I know you're sick of have had your in my position.
¿Qué cosa?
For a long time, it's yours, line rat.
Pero creo que él de pronto va a ir también mañana.
I wish it to you on the no, sorry,
O sea, en la mañana.
You find that I left you the key.
¿Sí va a ir o no? ¿Sí va a ir o no? ¿Usted?
The only thing left is to wish you to enjoy your new title with honor. It won't last long anyway. Let the Italian court sink into the ground. The city council choke in the monastery wine. The secret enterprise be revealed, and you and your brother hang up from the same beam. Fuck you, fuck the key, fuck everything.
Ok. Plástico de mierda. Ok. A las 5 el mirador no creo que esté disponible. Por micro, por los otros de voleibol.
Obviamente, Hollywood. No te la guardes en el bolsillo, Henry.
Well, that really is disgusting. Fuck you, Valak, wherever you are. Matt!
What the fuck? ¿Qué es ese símbolo? ¿Encarcelar?
Pensé que le podría soltar la banda sin...
The fuck? ¿En serio qué es este loguito con estas barras? A ver. ¿Qué cosa robada tengo? Nada. Nada robado.
Bueno, gas.
A ver. Pensar el ejemplo de respirar a leerlo, ¿no? What the fuck. Y fea mierda. Aquí está rosado, por Dios.
About that night when we were alone here.
What about it?
I thought maybe you want to talk about it.
Do you think there's anything to talk about?
Well, what's next for us?
Nothing, most likely. I'm Lord Rutard's daughter. Our name still means a lot, despite all the trouble we're in. When my power is free and an opportunity presents itself, I'll have to get married.
No.
Has your father already picked a groom for you?
Not yet, but I know how it goes. If I'm lucky, I'll marry a young nobleman and soon bear him a bunch of children. And if I'm really lucky, they'll find me some old man who will drop dead before we even leave the church.
A husband, kids? Is that what you want?
Does it seem like I have a choice? I can't just go and become somebody's squire like you. As my father's sole heiress, I have three options. Marriage, a nunnery, or jumping off the battlements.
Surely you're not serious about that last one, are you?
Of course not. But at least you can see nobody cares a damn what I want. Our plan may very well fail, and no one might survive. Why throw something nice away prematurely? You know, carpe diem et memento mori.
Well, that's how you...
Tristísimo. Malditas mujeres, malditas mujeres. ¡Ah! Bueno, en realidad toca con Catherine entonces. Yishka.
Then you just screamed and fell into a fit. And a good thing too. At least you don't remember what happened next. Trust me, I'd rather forget it too.
I was at the Mint Master's place.
Hold on. Everybody should be hearing this. Well, how did it go? Do you have the key?
Aye, I've got it. but it stinks a bit.
Quelle puanteur! Put it away unless you want to see my breakfast.
What about the mint master? Will he help us out?
Bavak has disappeared. I found the key in his house, but I also met Christian of Pisek there. He tried to kill me.
Good thing he didn't succeed. How did that end up?
He's dead.
At least he won't rat on us.
The main thing was to get the key, and we did. What's worse is that we don't have anyone inside the court. Well, can't be helped. Let's get to the point. We must have everything ready before Catherine returns from Loretz, especially the way through to the court.
I should say so. If I'm going to send my men, I have to know exactly where the way through is to be made.
That'll be your job, Henry. And Brabant's going with you.
Excuse-moi? Why should I?
Because you've been telling us you know the Kuttenberg underground like the back of your hand.
And I do, but not firsthand. Only from my maps and drawings. Nobody will let men of my standing enter those moldy shafts.
Oh, qué pussy.
What exactly are we supposed to do in that cellar?
Get as far as you can and mark the spot where Brabant's men will start digging.
I see. Why do I feel like that sounds a bit too easy?
Well, we have no idea what's really down there, so you better have a weapon handy.
Come now. Surely you do not mean...
Rutard's daughter will tell you more. She came up with this part of the plan.
Where are the others, anyway? Kubienka, Ada, and Janos.
They heard there was work to be done, so they left à l'anglaise.
Did you do the work of 3, eh? At least with your mouth.
They're getting some wagons so we can move the silver. If Pisak wasn't lying, there's quite a hole there.
If Brabant doesn't want to go into the tunnels, I'll go with someone else.
With Ruthar's daughter, eh? One night wasn't enough for you.
I meant with somebody like Sam. He knows his way around the town underground too.
Oui. That is a good idea.
Why not? Maybe the cold down there will cool his hot head.
What will you lot do in the meantime?
We'll be doing the planning. We've got to bring those captured Italians to the Devil's Den somehow. They'll just sit tight till we give them back their legate, and then we'll let them all go.
The main thing is keeping Godwin away from the booze. Or we'll have no way of talking to the gents from Rome.
¿Cuánto lleva stream? Prometido, sí, creo que... ¿Quién está mirando? Porque siempre concurro en viewer cuando me quiero ir. Ah, bueno, aprovechamos para preguntarle a Rosa y cerramos.
I'm going to go explore the underground passages that lead to the Italian court. Can you tell me more about them?
What exactly would you like to know?
Where exactly are the tunnels?
They run under most of Italian Street. Some are remnants of the original mine gallery, but other parts are much more recent. So far, only the section from Rutard Palace to the crypt under the church is accessible.
Well, the church is quite a long way from the court. If the tunnel has collapsed anywhere, we're out of luck.
Right. But the tunnels were checked properly before they started building the church. If some part collapsed, we'd be the first to know.
Tell me more about this mine gallery.
It's been abandoned for years, but we could use it. According to the drawings, it's very close to the court cellars. Christian of Pisek confirmed it.
That's a very strange coincidence.
My father said King Wenceslas had long suspected he had enemies among his own ranks. Maybe he had an escape route built. He just didn't finish it in time.
What was the tunnel to the crypt used for?
It's a safe route for anyone who wants to disappear undetected. Just like the one we took to get here.
Has anyone ever used it?
No one that I know of. The servants used it to dispose of waste.
Waste? What kind?
It leads from the kitchen, so I'm sure you can imagine. Bones, scraps, slops.
Oh, wonderful. What exactly am I supposed to be looking for?
We need to find and mark the point where the crypt wall joins with the tunnel. When we break through the wall, only a thin partition will be between us and the cellars of the Italian court.
But how will I know I've found the right place?
You can tell if there's a cavity behind the wall by the sound it makes. The gallery is also damp, so the spot might be a different colour.
So, I'll be knocking on the walls in the dark and looking to see if any is a different shade.
Well, yes. Pretty much.
Thanks for the advice. Anything else I should know?
Be careful. Come back in one piece.
I'll do my best.
Hasta aquí.
Yep.
Nada, cerrando el KCD, pero porque justo llega gente. Estoy cerrando la gente como para que se puso bueno el stream, se fue geek.
¿Qué tal?
No, chao stream. Mañana continuamos con los túneles de Gutenberg. Excelente el viewer que se acaba de ir, entendió el assignment.